Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It is Thursday, the 23rd day of January. It's National Handwriting Day, and it's National Pie Day. Didn't we just have National Pie Day? How many National Pie Days are there?
I think the other days we've had have been specific kinds of pie.
No, because there was Pie Day sometime November, December, because I had somebody say, no, that's in March, because, pie, P-I.
Right.
That's in March. It's coming up on, what's that, a month and a half from now. But it's also National Pie Day today. So apparently pies get like 3 or 4 days. And going back to the handwriting, you have really good handwriting. There could be a font.
Oh, I don't think I have good handwriting. I don't
your
like
handwriting's
my handwriting.
Good. My handwriting is not so good. It's actually pretty scary. I can't read. I write myself a note, then I'm like, what did it do? What
was I supposed to do?
Do something. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Hey, we do have a Dear John letter, and the nice thing is those are typed, so it doesn't matter if you have bad handwriting. You can still get them in. And we've got a concerned wife, sort of concerned wife, that's got a Dear John letter. It was posted yesterday. If you would like to chime in, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. A new study found that women prefer men with beards because it makes them look more dominant and attractive.
I completely disagree with that.
I have a beard.
You don't have a beard.
What do I have?
You have a goatee.
Okay. Well, when I shaved it off on New Year's, because I shaved for New Year's, we went out with some friends and dressed kind of silly, and I shaved my goatee off and had just a mustache.
That was horrible.
And Heidi did not like that look. So then I shaved off the mustache and I grew back the goatee because you said to me, you really need that goatee.
You do.
I didn't look right without it. When I first grew it, you're like, I don't like that. I don't like it at all. I can't see your cute little chin. But I was like, yeah, but it covers up the other 2 chins. So anyway, I guess it's up to you. You don't think that beards are a good look?
No, no.
I've got a link to the story if you want to read it. It's in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At BetterCreditCards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at BetterCreditCards.com. That's BetterCreditCards.com.
This is your Brain on Drugs, brought to you by TimeForRehab.com. Every day we talk about people who do silly things under the influence, but addiction is no laughing matter. That's why we point out the silly thing they do, not the addiction. So that's why if you want more info, TimeForRehab.com. Here we go. A guy in Germany told authorities he was too intoxicated to recall whether he was the one who spray-painted women.
Spray-painted women?
Here's what happens. The man told the police he consumed 9 beers before going out, bought some spray paint, and then on his way home, he spray-painted 4 women.
Okay.
Just walking home, he started spray-painting them. This happened in Germany.
After just 9 beers? Dude, that's embarrassing.
I don't know. Well, this is in Germany. These are 9 German beers. So when you translate, that's like, I don't know, 100 American beers. I don't know what it is, really. But no, what a bizarre thing to do. Dude, get some help. I'm just saying. I've got a link to the story. It's in the show notes, and it's available at TimeForRehab.com. Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com. You getting somebody chiming in with some last-minute entertainment news here. Supermodel. I don't know if I'm even saying it right. Gigi Hadid. Am I saying that right, or is it Gigi? It's G-I-G-I. How would you say that? Gigi? Gigi? Gigi?
Gigi, probably.
She was dismissed as a juror last week in the Harvey Weinstein trial, last Thursday. So apparently they said, nah, that's probably a bad idea to have her as a... I don't know if she knew him. I don't know exactly what the deals are or the details are. This is interesting. Model and martial artist Mia Kang hosts a new program called Spy Games on Bravo TV. It's a competition series where 10 individuals compete to outplay one another in spycraft. It's like real-life intelligence experts will observe the contestants around the clock, training them in spycraft, and then judging their progress. That's kind of interesting. It's on Bravo TV. It would actually be worth checking out. I think it looks kind of interesting. This is Big Screen, Little Screen, brought to you by ChannelSurferTV.com.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, your scoop of the day, brought to you by FunkyMonkeyShirts.com. Before we move on here, I just got to explain. Heidi just told me that I've been making coffee wrong my whole life. I'm putting too much in or not enough
Dump
in.
half a bag in.
So I'm putting in too much?
Like you're filling the little filter clear up to the top.
So
Like,
you're not
whoa,
supposed to fill the
dude.
filter?
No.
Well, why not? I thought you filled it to the brim. I've never filled it to the brim. But I did put apparently way too much coffee in. So Heidi just made coffee. I'm like, wow, this is really good. What do you do differently? She's like, I make it right. Oh, schooled. Researchers at the University of Michigan are developing a new pill that would prevent the need for exercise.
Oh.
Can you imagine that? If you could just take a pill and like
oh.
muscles pop out all over and you look beautiful and things are awesome.
I would be willing to be the beta tester on this product.
It's a bad idea. I guarantee there'd be some side effects to that. Turn into a Kardashian or something.
That'd be amazing.
2 Florida psychics were charged with fraud and forced to pay back $1.4 million in damages to their victims. Do you suppose they saw that coming? Oh, that should have been my fake news or Florida for later in the show. Doggone it. Well, maybe I'll use it again and see if Heidi was even paying attention. An Alaska dentist who shared a video where he removed a sleeping patient's tooth while he was hovering on a hoverboard.
Yeah.
He's been found guilty of unlawful dental acts. I guess I didn't know that was an
I
actual
didn't know
law.
that was a thing, but
But they fined him $100,000 and took away his license. No longer will he be a dentist. So,
well, what an idiot.
yeah, that was a bad idea.
Who thought that up?
It's like, okay, I'm going to do this silly stunt and
Record
I'm
me.
going to post this on my YouTube page. I'm like, dude, are you a dentist or a prankster? Because, like, you got to kind of pick one or the other.
Bad idea, man.
Yeah, Pope Francis has appointed a woman to a senior Vatican position, and it's like it's very rare that happens, so that's kind of cool. And a video of a car that got stuck in rising storm waters after the driver mistakenly drove straight into them has gone viral. The gentleman told police that he got distracted while he was rocking out to his radio. So they're like, dude, didn't you notice all the water? Well, I was busy. I was jamming to my tunes. I didn't notice all that water. This has been your Scoop of the Day. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Student loan debt is out of control for many people. Are you one of them? The average graduate walks away with anywhere from $25,000 to $40,000 in student loans. Believe it or not, 2% even manage to owe over $100,000 by the time they graduate. If you have several different student loans, let us consolidate them into one loan and one payment at singlestudentloan.com. If you have only one student loan, we may be able to offer you a better rate to help you get that loan paid off sooner at singlestudentloan.com. That's singlestudentloan.com.
It's time right now for Dear John Letters. I'm excited to get the advice from folks. There's some really good answers already on our Facebook page, and you can chime in on Facebook today. But I'm excited to see what Heidi says too. So here we go. Dear John, my husband has lunch with another woman a few times a month. I've never had an issue with it until recently. They worked together for about 15 years, and he used to refer to her as his work wife. I've spent time visiting with her many times at their company Christmas parties and other work events, but she took a different job about a year ago, and I had no idea they were still getting together for lunch. It was about a month ago a friend of mine told me she saw my husband with another woman at lunch. When I asked him about it, he told me right away who it was. He said, yeah, we still get together for lunch often, and you shouldn't be concerned. My friend thinks there's something more going on, but I trust my husband. But now, after thinking about it more, I'm beginning to wonder if I should. What do you think? Is this okay? Should I be worried? Signed? Should I be concerned? Now, I want to, before Heidi even chimes in.
You should be angry.
Here's what you got to think. If it was a male coworker, would you be upset? If it was a guy hanging out with a guy that he used to work with? They worked together for 15 years?
No.
So why does that make it different?
It makes a difference. And if he lovingly referred to her as his work wife, inappropriate, totally inappropriate.
I agree.
To still be hanging out with this woman after she no longer works there. Totally inappropriate.
So here's the way I think it should be. He's going to continue to spend time with her. You should have known that. If there was some person who, it used to be okay because we worked together and we would have coffee together, but now we don't work together anymore and I'm still going across town or wherever.
I don't think it would even have been okay when they were working together.
Yeah, I don't know.
With all of the Me Too allegations and everything, first of all, no man should ever put himself in a situation where he's alone with a woman, because he could be putting himself in a very bad situation where anybody could say anything about anybody.
Even if it's not true, you could say whatever.
Even if it's not true, exactly. Yeah. Anything could be said. But when you're married, there are just certain things that you just don't do. I would never go out by myself with another man for lunch. Even if it was just a friendship thing, I just wouldn't put you in that situation where you had to be concerned. It's just a respect thing.
Thank you, Heidi.
You're welcome, John.
She's got to turn down lunch dates all the time.
Nobody ever wants to go to lunch with me, but if they
true.
did want to go,
that's not true at all.
I wouldn't go.
I'm glad we got that all cleared up.
You know.
So you're saying that it's never okay, like when they work together. So first of all, you mentioned like the work wife. That kind of ruffled your feathers.
Totally inappropriate.
So you don't think it's okay for somebody to have a female they work with who they refer to as a work wife?
No.
I guess, to each their own. I'm not saying that that's okay. I don't have a work wife. You are my work wife.
I am your work wife.
You are my real wife. She's married to me. So, but I've worked with people, that I understand. You hang out with them. You're there. Sometimes you're with your coworkers more than you're with your family. Like you happen to be with your family more, but like 8 hours you're sleeping. And then you see them for a few hours in the morning, maybe, or a few hours in the evening, maybe. So I can understand where you would have, somebody in your life that you spend a lot more time with, but that's also where there can be major problems if you're not completely transparent. It should not have been a year before you found out that they were still going to lunch together. Mm-hmm. Like that should have never.
It's totally inappropriate.
If it sounds like he knew or she knew that they spent time together when they worked together, but the shock to her was, well, she hasn't worked there for a year and you're still hanging out? Mm-hmm. I don't think that you should have to quit being friends with people because you don't work together anymore. I don't think that's...
But what would be wrong with all of them going out together after work?
I agree. That, to me, would be a good thing. Why would he be
sneaking off with her during the work day? That's totally inappropriate.
And I think the inappropriate thing for me personally, and again, chime in, folks, if you would like to. You have a voice on this, too. It's on our Facebook page. But to me, the inappropriate part is, why did it take a year for your wife to find out this was going on? Like, if you're not hiding something, you should have said, hey, what are you doing for lunch? I'm going to be getting together with, so-and-so.
Right.
Do you want to join us?
Right.
You should right away let her know, because if you don't, even if you're not, it looks like you're trying to hide something.
Totally inappropriate.
And the appearance of trying to hide something, even if it's just looking like you're trying to hide something, that in itself is going to cause problems. So should I be concerned? I honestly think it could all be completely innocent, but I think that you need to have a conversation and just say, hey, just so we're on the same page, I don't know that it's right that you guys keep doing that.
But it's inappropriate.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you would like to chime in.
Unless you don't want to be married, dude. If that's the case, you're on the right track, because that's where it's heading.
It wasn't him that wrote this letter. But if you would like to chime in, you can do that at facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.
Want to make your sweetheart smile next month for Valentine's Day? Find some fun, matching shirts at funkymonkeyshirts.com. We have a whole collection of fun shirts for you lovebirds.
My wife rocks.
My man rocks.
We also have many silly shirts that will make you smile any day of the year.
My ex-wife was a trophy wife.
Participation trophy.
Find something fun for a loved one, friend, or for yourself at funkymonkeyshirts.com. That's funkymonkeyshirts.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The total weight of an ant, of all of the ants on Earth, I should say, once equaled more than the total weight of all the people on Earth.
Really?
Yeah, entomologists have estimated that there are at least 1 million trillion insects, and only 1% of that number is ants, according to the BBC. If you took all of those ants, about 10,000 trillion ants, put them on one side of a giant scale, you could almost put all of the people in the world on the other side to balance things out. Unfortunately, as humans have become heavier, though, this probably wouldn't hold up today. So nowadays, probably not. But about 2,000 years ago, all of the ants in the world weighed more than all of the people in the world.
I don't know how they would possibly know that.
Well,
There's
they weighed
no
some
way.
ants and they calculated how many they
There's no
think there
way.
are. And then they wrote a book and they made some money. I don't know. I have no clue. But this is today's fun fact.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, news headlines from somewhere in this world. I realized as I was saying that, it's news headline from somewhere. We never do headlines. It's one.
Okay.
Single headline.
Singular.
Time for a news headline from somewhere in this
Okay.
world. Dateline England. Boy, I would not want to be the person in charge of publicity and like the public, all of the, answering questions. Yeah, for the royal family. Prince Andrew could lose his
Yikes.
24-hour security detail now because of the Epstein scandal. So they're saying, hey, you know what? You don't need security. And he's like, no, I really do. I need a lot
I
of security.
need it more now than I did before.
Otherwise, I just might do something to myself. Even with security, I think he might be in trouble. But no, I don't know exactly what's going on in the royal family lately, but it's a royal mess.
It really is.
This has been a news headline from somewhere in this world.
It's a new year. Have you made a resolution to quit drinking or to finally get away from drugs for good? These are both habits that are hard to kick, but you can do it. We want to help you. TimeForRehab.com is here to help you find the help you need with your particular situation. If you want to make this year the year you get the help you need to live a normal life again, start with a little help from us at TimeForRehab.com. That's TimeForRehab.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. A Florida man wearing a pair of self-balancing hover skates recently rolled into a Walmart, filled up a cart, and then glided right out the door without paying. Wow. In a bid to identify the futuristic thief, police released surveillance video showing him zip into the store and zip around the store. This happened January the 8th, by the way. He made off with about $551.08.
How did somebody not stop him? It's not like he was blending in.
He took a vehicle battery, a bouquet of flowers, a Roku TV, Motor Kicks hoverboard. Police noted that the perp used a hoverboard to push the shopping cart through the store by standing on it and hovering while selecting items. The thief had a large tattoo on his forearm, drove away from the Walmart in a late 90s Nissan Maxima with two different sets of aftermarket chrome wheels. So he had like mismatched wheels on his vehicle. The shoes that he was wearing are like $200 shoes. They're called Voyager Space shoes. So I wonder if he stole those too. I don't know. Just a really weird story. It's definitely today's weird news.
John and Heidi.
Now, your moment of duh, brought to you by SingleStudentLoan.com. A Portland International Airport traveler decided he needed a bigger screen for his video game, and he found one. It was a monitor that's used for official airport business, but he decided, well, I'm going to just plug my PlayStation 4 into that. Well, it says here, the operations supervisor approached the gamer, very kindly asked him to unplug and cease using the monitor. The man asked very politely if he could, can I at least finish my game? The answer was no. Apparently, it was very polite and cordial interaction. They said, it is a good reminder of what not to do at the airport. So, at least he was nice about it, and they were nice about it, because he probably could have gotten arrested for that.
I would assume so.
You don't tamper with their stuff. That's just a bad idea. But if you do, you might end up right here in the moment of duh.
When was the last time you got a new credit card? If you have a card that's been in your purse or wallet for a long time, you should check and see if you're getting the best rates. You may find a better credit card that will give you the points you want or cashback options you don't get right now. At bettercreditcards.com, you see all the major credit card companies and their best offers. Let them compete to earn your business. And if the one you have right now is better, keep it. Find a card that's a better fit for you at bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, fake news or Florida? Heidi, tell me, is this a true story from the great state of Florida, or is it made up just to trick you and amuse me and others? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Fake news or Florida? A Florida woman arrested for poisoning several neighborhood dogs who went on her lawn. Fake news or Florida?
I'm going to say Florida.
No, it was fake news.
No.
Sadly, I
I could see somebody doing
I
that.
could too. You know, there are some people that are pretty proud of their lawn, like it's their perfect little
Well,
thing.
and I've seen people lose their minds if they've warned neighbors repeatedly, don't let your dog go in my yard. I could see somebody doing it on purpose.
Yeah, but boy, I would hope that doesn't really happen.
Yeah.
If it did, it was a coincidence because this is fake news. Thanks for listening to Fake News or Florida on the John and Heidi Show.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news. And I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of bettercreditcards.com. And this, I think, is actually a really, really nice story. Chick-fil-A is in the news.
Okay.
They typically make it in the news for doing good things.
Yeah, usually when they're in the news,
You know,
it's always for good things.
I know there have been some stories that have been in the news of them that are probably not the greatest, but I think this is cool. It says the internet is chock full of Chick-fil-A employees going above and beyond to serve their customers. Well, an Alabama woman's recent Facebook post about her local Chick-fil-A has been shared over 14,000 times. I bet it's even more than that now.
Nice.
According to the post, Laura Langley says 2 Chick-fil-A employees rescued her and her son from their car in the middle of a heavy storm and offered them shelter in the restaurant. So it's a long post, but I'll read the beginning of it at least. She says, "Wow, I have to share this because it's literally the most scary minutes of my entire 33 years, and also because I have to give credit where credit is due. The boys and I went to Walmart to grab a few things before the storm hit. When we left, it wasn't storming or raining or even windy. When we went across to Chick-fil-A drive-thru to get lunch and ice cream, I started my order, and the winds picked up." I'm trying to just skim through to the rest part. "Oh, she pulled over to pick up her order." I'm trying to think what happened here. It's a long post. Anyway, they came out and grabbed her and the boys and brought them in the store. They just said, "Hey, guys, wait it out in here. Don't drive in this. Don't go anywhere in this. Don't sit in your car in this." It says they even gave the kids some free ice cream. So that's nice.
That's very nice.
Very nice. I've got a link to the story. It's in the show notes
been a
for
heck
today.
Of a storm.
Yeah, and it's a long story, too. I'm still scrolling. I'm sure there's an end to it somewhere. Let's see. Thankful we are safe, and I hope the boys' first and last tornado story they ever have to experience.
Oh, it was a tornado.
Yeah,
okay,
it wasn't
that
bad.
makes sense.
It was a bad storm. Like I said, have a link to it in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Bye, Heidi.
Bye, everybody. Have a great day. And if you would like to chime in for today's Dear John letter, you can still do that. Got a lot of great answers and a lot of great replies. That's on our Facebook page, facebook.com/John and Heidi Show.